Hi there, and welcome to another product chat from Konica Minolta. I'm going to talk today around KEPLER Nurse Assist. If you haven't already seen it, we've done a technical chat around the actual operation of it, how it works, etc. We'll put a link to that up on the screen. I did that with my colleague Troy Kildare. So I'm Mark Hambly, I'm the technical manager. I'm here today with Darren Cawte. He's one of our business development managers. So Darren, in terms of KEPLER and where this product sits, what's its benefit to the care home itself? What does the staff get out of this, and why would I want to employ one of these when I've already got multiple sensors?
Well, firstly, you're going to find that yes, there are care homes that have got multiple sensors from multiple manufacturers, multiple systems. Everything has to try and work cohesively as a singular unit. What the benefit is here is effectively it's a singular deployment, it's easy to install, and it will just effectively reduce a lot, if not up to 99% of the false alerts. Now, we know that false alerts are typically a big problem within care facilities utilising current infrastructure. You're going to find that there's actually a lot of care homes that are looking into new ways of managing and monitoring their residents. And effectively, something like the Nurse Assist solution does exactly that. It frees up staff time that could be spent elsewhere, looking after patients that are in actual need of things.
Well, that was going to be one of the points that I was going to make, is that if you go into any care home at the minute, there's normally a multitude of sensors. There may be 6, 7, 8 sensors all looking for various things, and you do get a lot of false alerts off those. So why would I not get that from the KEPLER system? What do I get? What's the benefit of utilising it in that respect?
Well, you're going to find that the KEPLER sensor is, again, we utilise AI. You've seen on the previous video, the technical discussion, exactly how that works. You know, you're going to alleviate all of those on the basis that it actually understands what's going on in the room, rather than having to rely on pressure sensors, on multiple variants of how to try and test and check. Think of this as being just an eye in the room. You know, it understands what it sees. It doesn't need a sensor to activate it. It doesn't need a PIR to understand if somebody's moving around. It will do all of that from one position.
Absolutely. So that's one of the huge benefits, is that reduction in the potential number of false alarms.
Yeah.
What does that mean for a care home? Because that's huge. If I no longer have to be constantly monitoring and checking, does that mean, what does, in terms of the staffing numbers, just alone from that respect, what am I actually saving there?
So, I mean, we know, like, again, we've done our research, we've spoken to care professionals. Staffing shortages within care are a huge concern. Staff retention is also a huge concern. Currently, there's around about 100,000 active positions available within the care industry, which is a huge void to fill. Now, typically, you're needing to fill that void on the basis that you need to offer additional care, or you haven't got enough care within the actual care home. Now, by utilising a system like this, you're actually taking, again, the need for people to do the nurse calls, the visits to each individual room. And again, that frees up not only the time, but it also frees up the need for those additional staff to come in.
Absolutely. And one of the things you made there, the point you made, is that ward check, that round that they do, that can be every 2 hours. It can be up to 4 or 5 hours, depending on the care home. So if a patient has fallen 5 minutes after that ward check has happened, then it's some time before they'll get notified. So what does this mean to as a patient? What's the benefit to a patient here?
Well, this is exactly it. The alert is instantaneous. Obviously there's a several second delay just for verification, but once you've actually got that alert, you're, like I say, you're notified either through a mobile phone or your desktop, and you can instantly act, in the event of somebody has fallen, and know that they've fallen, not just have another alert to say this might have happened. This is confirmation to say this has happened and you need to act.
Absolutely. And again, if you look back at the technical video, one of the things you'll see there is just how the system works. And again, we'll overlay that onto the screen as well. But that ability to see into all of the rooms without intruding on anyone's privacy is a huge benefit. So you do really reduce your staffing need at that point, freeing them up for other such activities. So when we consider the cost of this, how is it comparable? What am I going to spend a lot of money to get this system in? Where am I going to end up with this?
Again, we've with some research that we've done and looking obviously at the care industry as a whole, Typically a carer wage will typically be around about £14 an hour.
Okay.
We know within an 8-hour shift, around about an hour of their shift is actually utilised on having to either check on alerts that have happened within a room, okay, or just through a typical, a room call per se.
Yeah.
So if you've got 1 hour, again, 1 hour per every 8-hour shift, that's 3 hours within a 24-hour day at £14 an hour, and 3 hours of the day taken, that's £42 that's effectively utilised per day just on one nurse that needs to basically go around and check.
Okay, so that obviously stacks up very quickly when you're going to reduce that. But more importantly, you're going to free up that member of staff to do far more activities, which ultimately will improve your patient care.
Exactly, yeah. We're providing round-the-clock care, so it's continuous. That's the differential. You've gone from effectively utilising or needing 3 hours in order to check on patients to 24-hour care, okay, which can obviously be achieved with the sensor. But outside of that, okay, it's the cost implications. We know it's, again, give or take £42 a day is spent just on one nurse providing that 3 hours of care. Well, actually, you can get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week care from our sensor. And that sensor, we've worked out over a 5-year period, it costs 90p a day. So in relation, 90 pence versus your £42, there's a huge saving. And like I say, we can very quickly demonstrate a return on investment.
Fantastic. And of course, you can have multiple sensors. You have one in each room, so it just cuts down the entire ward. At that point, you are providing, as you say, that 24/7 care, which is really, really important. And of course, there's very little infrastructure. I don't think we talked around that too much in the technical conversation, but actually to implement this and put it in, it's power over Ethernet. So it's one network cable. That's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really, really simple install, really simple to commission. It's ready to go out of the box. So, it's, again, there's nothing really not to like about it. There's no servicing effectively involved. It's a very low maintenance product, no licensing costs, So it really is a one-box solution. Again,
that is something we did make on the last point, is that it is a perpetual license. So it is just the cost of the unit, and then you're done. Again, the AI function of that is very clever in the fact that it will work out where the bed is. So if you reconfigure the room around, you don't have to get anyone in to do it. It will automatically understand that bed's moved.
Right.
So yeah, it's a great product. Thank you for joining us. Any more questions that you have, we'll put the email link down the bottom. I said, I'm Mark Hamlin, the technical manager. Darren Cawte, one of our BDMs. We'll put our links up as well. Feel free to contact us. And thank you for joining.
Thanks a lot.